Hey, Joseph Flahiff here. What would you say if I told you that I knew the secret to lower turnover in your organization by 25%, to reduce absenteeism by 37%, that would lower defects by 41%, that would improve customer satisfaction by 10%, that would increase productivity in your organization by 21%. It would drive up profitability by 22. It would improve earnings per share by a whopping 147%. First, you would probably think I was lying, but if I could actually convince you that I was telling the truth, those are some serious bottom line numbers. You would probably be willing to do almost anything to get those results. I imagine that capacity in your organization was being used right now. I'm here to tell you some bad news, though. The bad news is you are the problem as a leader in your organization. On the other hand, there's good news. The good news is this, that you are also the answer. You're the answer to your business's profitability problems, your productivity, your innovation, and increasing your market domination. This is the second free video on leading in volatile times that I am giving you right now, totally for free. Probably wondering why are you getting this for free? And it's because I'm truly grateful. I'm truly grateful for you being part of my community, and I want to help you and the people that you lead to live lives with more hope and joy in them. I do know the secret to getting those kinds of results I said earlier. The secret is you. The secret is one word, and that word is engagement. Engagement's a fluffy word that people throw around a lot these days, and I'm going to get really practical with you on it today. So what is engagement? Very simply, grab the Wikipedia definition because I liked this part of it. A person is engaged when they are fully absorbed and enthusiastic about their work. You can add all kinds of modifiers around it, but that really encapsulates what I think it means to be engaged. If you can get people to be fully absorbed and enthusiastic about their work, all of these benefits will come to you. You can actually have those results when you get that deep, deep engagement. And yet, 85% of the employee population right now in the world is disengaged or actively disengaged. Now visualize that with me if you will. Right? Close your eyes and think about 100 people, a room filled with 100 people. If you filled a room with 100 people and told all of the engaged people to stand, those people who aren't disengaged or actively disengaged, only the engaged people can stand up, 15 people would be standing. 15 people out of a room of 100. That is absurd. 1 in 3 is ready to quit. If you look around your organization, 1 in 3 of those people is ready to leave, seriously considering leaving. And on a financial scale, this disengagement problem causes somewhere between $450 and $550 billion of waste in American companies alone, much less the rest of the world. And there's a new problem coming too. There's a new problem in the workforce right now. It's millennials. Millennials are an enigma to 20th century leaders. Don't understand them. Normal motivation doesn't work with them, right? They seem to be lazy, and yet they'll spend hours of time on things that don't pay, like working on Wikipedia or doing social, ecological service work, things that don't pay anything, and yet they put tons of time into them. But I can't get them to do anything at work. But the thing is, millennials don't just want to have a job. They want to be part of something that's bigger, and you better give them that something that's bigger, or when someone else comes along, they may be your employee now, but when someone else comes along that has a bigger purpose, they will go with them. They will be that 1 in 3 that leaves your company. And then you have to replace them, and you all know the costs associated with replacing people. But the truth of the matter is, it isn't just millennials. It really isn't just millennials. People of every generation today want to know that they're contributing, and having a purpose is more important today than ever before. It's not an attitude of a generation, it's a cultural shift. Look around. The people that are doing the service work aren't just millennials. There's millennials there, but they're not just millennials. So you need to connect people with purpose in your organization. Your business's purpose, your organization's purpose. What? You said your business doesn't have a compelling purpose? Honestly, I doubt that that's true. I believe that the founders of your company started it for some reason. They meant to meet some human need. Every business exists to meet some human need. Otherwise, people wouldn't pay for the service or product that you produce. Find that. That's your first step. Connect people with it. Connect those people with that purpose. That's one of the 5 ways to create engagement. Here's a list of the 5. Communicating that purpose is number 1. Number 2, trust and autonomy. You need to trust your people and give them autonomy. And that's scary, but it's what needs to happen in today's economy because we're not dealing with manufacturing. We're dealing more with creative energy, and that needs trust and autonomy. 2, take care of their needs. Do they have the tools that they need? Are they actually being used for the things that they're really good at? Right? Take care of their needs. Do they need training? Get them training. Do they need a bigger desk or a quieter workplace or more of your time? Give them what they need. They need to have their needs met. Clarify how they specifically are needed. A lot of organizations are into making sure that people are able to do multiple things, multifaceted people who can take on multiple jobs and do multiple things. But people, and that's fantastic. I totally agree that that is important, and that when that happens, people need to do that. But they also need to know what they're supposed to be doing and what their job is. If you think about a sports team, right? If you think about a volleyball team, because my daughter played volleyball, the setter has a very specific job. She sets the ball up so that one of the hitters can hit it over. When the ball comes over the net, the libero is the first person to get it. The libero passes it to the setter. The setter then hits it up and sets it so that the hitters can hit it. If the ball comes screaming over the net and it's coming right at the setter, what does the setter do? The setter doesn't go, oh, that's not my job. I can't do it. No, the setter does whatever needs to be done in the time, but she also knows that her job is to be the setter. So we need to give them clarity in their role, but also understanding that there's flexibility in their execution. And number 5, specific appreciation. People need to hear you appreciate them, how much you appreciate them, and in specific terms, not I appreciate the work you did, but I really appreciated how you handled the Smith contract when they came back and wanted to negotiate a lower price. You did X. Very specific appreciation. People need to hear how much you appreciate them.